Hello and welcome to another video. I'm going to try to make this one as fast as possible because I have a decent amount of books to go through. So today's video, if you did not see the title and if you just clicked, which probably not because like nobody views my videos anyway, is about um my book collection and me downsizing. I look really pale. I'm okay. I went to the ER twice this week and a bajillion doctors, and they don't know what's wrong with me, so that's always fun. Anyway, I'm laughing because I'm trying to think of the positive. Is that at this moment, I don't feel like I am going to peel over and collapse on the floor. So, I basically sorted these books into two sections for today's videos is the ones I am thinking about getting rid of and the ones that I am for sure getting rid of. Behind me is basically full. And I do plan on getting another one because I ordered special edition ones of Shatter Me, and that's like my first special edition book ever that I'm going to have, and I'm so excited. So excited. That is my favorite series. Literally, Book Slump, read Shatter Me. Book Slump, listen to Shatter Me. Like, done listening to Shatter Me, listen to it again. Like, that is my ride or die series. So, anyway, I have decided that I'm going to get another bookshelf regardless of this video, but I do want to kind of put it out there that I am getting rid of some of the books on my collection and sort of why. So, why am I getting rid of books from my collection? Well, um, basically, I have family that, well, first of all, in this room, there's no space. But as I said, I'm gonna get another bookshelf because I'm not going to be here forever. Yay! I'm so excited. Um, I have a move out date. Sorry, I cannot seem to get comfortable on this little stool. And this stool's also making my back hurt, which doesn't help because if my back hurts, then I get the shooting pains down my back, and my stomach starts to hurt. Then I have to take the stupid dissolvable. Then my nausea sets in. Then I have to take the stupid dissolvable tablets that taste disgusting. Anyway, let's get back to the video, shall we? Um, so a lot of my family either are hoarders or they have hoarder-like tendencies, and from when I was little and I knew what hoarding was for a very young age because people have been hoarders for throughout my life. I knew that I could not keep things forever because I did not want to, and I still don't want to be a hoarder because I've seen what it can do, um, and how it can just take over and everything is just so dirty. And if other people have, other experiences, that's fine. I'm just sharing a snippet of my like experience, and if I'm smiling while talking about hoarding, it's hard to talk about my family, so I smile at things that aren't funny, because it kind of is a coping mechanism. Anyway, um it's very hard for me to, even though I love books, even though I said I want another bookshelf, if these books don't intrigue me, I am not gonna have a bunch of books just to show off that I like reading. I would rather fill my bookshelves with something that I'm going to read again, something that I truly enjoy, and I would rather have it take longer to fill my bookshelves with those things rather than have a bunch of books that I'm never going to touch and have them basically collect dust. So, anyway, I do plan on going through my bookshelves again and actually getting rid of things, but I think I'm going to save that until all my books are at my apartment because I just kind of want to see, I guess, what I have in a better light because, like, the bottom two rows of this bookshelf, I can barely see. Um, there's like no light in here whatsoever, especially over here. As I say that, I realize I forgot to put my little light and I don't know where it is, so we're just gonna go with it. That's probably one of the other reasons why I look like a ghost, besides the fact that I'm extremely pale. Anyway, so I'm gonna get into it. I have three piles. Two of them are like maybe sort of get rid of, and the other one is a for sure I'ma get rid of you sort of deal. So let's get started. And I don't know how this is gonna work exactly with the little mic, so I might have to go find the little clip. Okay, I'm back and I have a bunch of books. So let's get started. So this is the I'm debating about getting rid of pile. Um, Before I'm gonna kind of shuffle them around because some of them do kind of have like the same reason why I'm thinking about getting rid of them. Anyway, um, let's get started. So this one, and not all of these books am I gonna do an explanation for, but this one I sort of want to point out is when I bought this book, I was high on like the fantasy high or romantasy, whatever. And I really, 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 really was like, I want to try to find a book that's like a good book and then that's free on Hoopla for my library. And this one happened to be free. Well, kind of backtrack because I wanted to find one that was free. I was not home. Turns out that I already bought the book. Anyway, let's continue. So I started to read or listen to the book, and because I'm like, listening is probably just going to be better than reading because I can do other things while like this book is going in my brain. And I started to read it and it was okay. And then it brought up, I don't even know how to like get into this without physically saying the words because I don't know exactly what you could say on YouTube. Let's just say she hasn't done it. Okay? She hasn't done it. And then I was like, okay, whatever. That's some of the plots in some of the books. Well, then I don't know what was going on the day, but I was in my bed and I fell asleep. Okay? And then I think it was either like chapter 29 or like 36. Like something some one of the numbers looked like a 6 and it was in like the 20s to 30s range. And so I wake up and I'm like, crap, I'm gonna have to restart the audiobook. And then what turned me off from restarting this book was they were still severely highlighting that she hasn't done it yet. And I'm like, why are you severely, severely highlighting that she hasn't done it this many chapters in the book? Like, it's fine to, like, I guess mention it once or twice, but that was all. I think it might have been in the guy's point of view. Honestly, it's been a hot minute, so I don't even know. But, like, that is all they could talk about for this entire chapter. Like, I finished, like, the chapter, and I'm like, ill. Like, I don't know. It wasn't my personal cup of tea. And all of these, if you like these, this is just my opinion. If you like these books, no disrespect to you, these are a mix of like adult books, YA books, and also some like thriller books, I guess. Honestly, I'm not really like into thriller books that much, so I don't even know what you'd classify the books that I'm going to show in a couple minutes. Okay, the next book is this like trope. This is assisting my brother's best friend. This trope, I like have on and off spurts of like, oh, I like that, I don't like that sort of thing, and I keep on trying to get into this book and I can't. So I think I think a lot of these, when I say I they are in the maybe pile, is I think what's going to be kind of my main deciding factor is when I'm in the apartment and I have peace and quiet, I'm going to reread or attempt to read some of these, because they're not really a reread because I can't get through them anyway. um, and I'm gonna hope that with some peace and quiet, I am actually going to see if I'm gonna give these another shot basically, and I'm gonna see if I like them. And if I don't like them, then bye bye, you have no room on my bookshelf. And yeah, I at one point I just kind of bought books to tongue twister. I bought books just to buy books, and there are, I don't know, I don't even have a number. There are a decent amount of books that I have not read on my bookshelf that I am getting through right now. And right now, I'm basically only buying books that I have read before. There are very few instances of books that I bought that I have not read recently. Um, and then these, I think I bought a couple of these off Facebook Marketplace, and then I think maybe one of them I might possibly have bought at a sale at Barnes and Noble. Like one of them I went to, there was like a cart, and then it was like buy one or like buy two get one free off the cart or something like that. I don't know the exact sale because it was over a year ago. I don't remember. So I'm just guessing at what the sale was. But so they are the Xmas holidays. They are how to love your neighbor. These are gonna fall off my bed. They are the tourist attraction, and they are a season for second chances. So I know for sure that these three were from Facebook Marketplace. And I think that this was when I had my seizure. I'm pretty sure. Like, not this one, I think the last one, maybe. I don't know. I couldn't tell you for sure, but I think so. I'm pretty sure they were one of the times that I had my seizure, so I was kind of looking for something to read, bought these, never read them. So if they're good and I feel like I'm going to read them again, I will keep them because that's also kind of one of my criteria is if they're good enough for me to feel like I'm going to read them again, then I will keep them. Books more for my maybe pile, and I realize I just found the light, but I feel like it's going to be stupid if I put the light on now because then it's going to be different lighting for half the video. Anyway, I do feel like there are more books in the maybe pile than there needs to be. I feel bad getting rid of some books, so I think I am going to do the same thing, is read them or read them slash attempt to read them in the apartment, and if I cannot get through them or if I don't enjoy them very much, goodbye. So I'm going to go through this pile and then we're gonna get to the no pile. So these are two of them, and they are nothing more to tell, and one of us is lying. I heard that I'm not gonna go through all of the authors and all the books that I said. But I did get through, what page is this? I got through to this one, to page 77, which for like a thrillery book, if you even classify this as a thriller, a non-romance book, I'll call it. That's romantasy, whatever. A non-romance book. I say that that's pretty good for me. Because there's one other like murder mystery book that I actually wish I kept on my shelves. And so I am going to give this another shot because I did get to page 77 and I heard that this author was really, really good. And so, yes, I'm going to give them another shot. These ones I could not get into. I bought, so I'll tell you what they are. They are The Stars Are Dying and The Night is Defying. And here they are. So I bought the second book first, and I bought it because I'm like, oh, it looks really, really, really pretty. And so basically, I realized it was the second book, and I'm like, crud, it's like a fantasy, it's not going to be, it's not a standalone, it's a series, whatever. I'm going to have to go and buy the first one. So I bought the first one and I'm like, ooh, I'm really excited to read this. Like, I was trying to find the first one in stores for, I would say, a good month and a half. And I could not find it. I could only find the second one. And then I finally found it and I tried reading it and I could not get into it. And I'm not going to lie, I don't think that this is a series I'm going to end up keeping. But I feel bad because, like, look at the pretty edges. So the getting rid of pile will add up more, but I need a second with these before I say bye. This one, second book of the series. I tried reading Bride, could not get into it. I tried reading Bride on my Kindle, so I think and I don't even know how I ended up with Mate. I think I was bought Mate for Christmas. But I couldn't tell you. I don't remember. Anyway, I am going to I think instead of reading it on my Kindle, I'm gonna see if it's free either with my library and try to read it on a physical book or to read it or to listen to it on an audiobook, because often when I can't get through a book sometimes, like reading it, I can get through a book when it's audiobook, because then it's like, instead of my eyes focusing on a page or on the Kindle, my eyes are, or my eyes can do something else, and it's just my ears that have to do the work, basically. These next two are from Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and they are The Naturals and The Inheritance Games. I've tried The Inheritance Games many times. I just can't get into it. I know there's a few books in the series, and it seems, for the people who like this series, it seems like a fun series, but I just can't get into it. And then The Naturals. The Naturals is the one that I'm more upset that I can't get into, because the people who really, really like this book, like, rave on it. Like, I and a lot of other people rave on Shatter Me. So I'm like, if I can find a book that I like half as much as Shatter Me, back to these, is, yeah, I cannot get into The Inheritance Games, The Naturals. I think I'm gonna give it one more shot. And I know sometimes people are like, with, I can't remember if they're like it with the Naturals, but sometimes people are like, oh, if you get to the the second book's so much better, just get through the first. I used to be that person to not DNF books, and getting through a book that you do not truly enjoy is honestly painful. and I don't have time for that because A, I'm a college student, but B, I would rather spend my time and my life on books that I truly enjoy rather than books that I don't enjoy. And this one, again, I cannot get into this for the life of me. They added this on Kindle Unlimited. I'm like, okay, I can't get into the audiobook. I cannot get into the hard copy book. I'm going to try it on the Kindle. I think this one I am going to end up saying bye to. But this one, I'm having trouble parting with it. I saw it at Barnes and Noble. I'm like, this is cute. This is interesting. I'm gonna take a picture of it and I'm gonna see if I can like get it later. And I don't think I had like my gift cards with me, and I don't think I wanted to pay like cash. And then I just kept on seeing it on TikTok, and I'm like, oh god, it's gonna go viral. This like edition, they're gonna make another edition. This one's pretty because it has character art. If you can't tell, I like character art. Um, and I um and so I obviously bought it, and I just kind of did not read for about like I'm gonna say a month and a half maybe, and I got back into it, and then when I saw that this one was on Kindle Unlimited, I decided to basically give it a shot, and I I cannot tell you anything about this book except for the fact that I thought that it was boring and I could not keep any of the information in my head. I think I remember it having, to my opinion, like no plot, but I cannot say for sure because that that was a little bit ago that I read it on Kindle Unlimited. But again, I think I'm not going to bring this one with me. I think I'm going to give this one a shot again here and then boot it. But I think what I'm going to do is when I say I'm going to get rid of these books, I think I am going to try to sell some of these. But then I think I'm going to keep a few of them for the free libraries. So that when I go to a free library, I always have something I can give back. Because, like, I know some people, like, will put one in one and then they'll be like, I don't have a book with me, I'll put one in later. I don't like I don't like doing that. I would rather when I receive a book or when I grab a book, I would rather put one out there. Like I don't know, and I don't have to like worry about going back out to like a little free library. So the next stack of books is what I am going to get rid of. Start off strong. I know people love this book. I cannot get into it. I've tried. The reading it like multiple times, listening to it multiple times, and um, reading it, through the book and through. Sorry, I'm making sure that my microphone's on because the last thing I want to do is view all this and have it not be on. Anyway, um, I've tried reading it through like the physical copy, reading it through um the almost called it reading through Audible. Nope, reading it through Kindle. And I I can't. I've held on to this book so long that I'm like, you need to say bye. Like, you cannot get into this. That's it. Um, so The Cruel Prince is that book. And next book is also one I've been holding on to forever. Also one in the series that people either love or hate. Really, really bad. It is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Again, this was one that I've held on for a bit. Actually, as long as I've been holding on to this book because I got them at the same time. Anyway, cannot get into it. I've tried, same methods, physical, audio, Kindle, can't do it. Um, and then, as I said, I'm not really I'm more of like a romancy person. I'm not really into like the thrillery sort of books, thrillery, mystery, whatever you want to classify this person's book as. Um, but I have The Housemaid and The Housemaid's Secret. I have also tried one of her other books and I cannot get through it as well. I could not tell you the name of that other book. Maybe it's on my Goodreads if I even logged it. But I maybe it's her writing, but also maybe it's I cannot get into the genre. Um, so I'm not going to say it's one or the other. I know kind of people have an issue with her writing, but I don't know. Some people really, really like this book. Some people really don't like this book. I've gotten through the first book. I just personally don't think that it is a book I necessarily need to keep. I've I can't I might have finished the second book on audio. I can't remember. I actually did listen to the whole first book after I got the um, paper copy. And it is Lightlark by Alex Astor. And the premise of the book was interesting, and I didn't even hear my parents come home, so they probably think I'm crazy for talking about books. I like this book, but I don't like it enough to keep it. And I think after the first book, the first book, it did take me a bit of time to actually get through because I did listen to it. I can't remember if I said that already, but I cannot get through the second book. I think I might have, I'm either 2 hours in or 2 hours left, whatever. I've tried to push through because I know people love it. I can't do it. Um, and I'm sorry, I have to like change my tone because I don't want to get yelled at for making a video. So, the next one is by a controversial author, and I read one of her other books, and I'm going to say never again. I honestly don't know why I did not get rid of this book sooner. Um, I inherited some of her other books from my mother, and my mother didn't also like her books, but they were like in a bundle on Facebook. So, and this was during COVID. So she's had this one for a hot minute, and then I just kind of like inherited it. Grosses me out now. I always kind of got the ick. And it's Very by Colleen Hoover. I can't remember if I said that or not, but back to kind of what I was saying is, bought like a bundle, and then like I just kind of kept it because the cover looked fun. And then after I read that one book, I kind of had the ick of her before, but I'm like, it's free, like, because they have like the stuff your Kindle days, and it was free, and I'm like, I'll just read it. It's a book, and I'm so disgusted from reading that book that I'm like, this one needs to go. So that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I feel like I did talk faster than I did in some of my other videos, so hopefully that is kind of easier for people to watch, and I hope everyone has a good day. Hopefully, if you watch this video, you liked it, and yeah, I hope everybody has a good day. Bye.